Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I want to take you through my favorite exercises which got me my splits. I am not a naturally flexible person at all. I had to work extremely hard to get flexible, and yeah, I want to share that with you. If anything or something is too advanced, please just skip it or just, take your time going in and out of the exercises. Listen to your body, take care of yourself, and let's go. I'll meet you on the mats. I would suggest that you do a quick 5-minute cardio routine before you jump into the exercise I'm going to take you through now, just so you're really nice and warm, and then you can get started with what I'm showing you now. All right, so feet nice and wide, feet pointing out, and we're gonna drop down in a low squat, pushing the knees towards the back, hips nice and squared, chest up, and we push in our heels to stand back up. We're gonna go back down, nice and controlled, nice and slowly, and we're coming back up. So we're really taking our time here. We're doing nice and big movements. We go as low as possible, knees really pushing to the back, chest up, and we stand back up. We're gonna do this a few more times. We drop down, we hold as low as we can, knees out, chest up, and we stand back up. And again, we go down. We continue to breathe, we don't stop to breathe, and we stand back up. One more, last one. We go down, we breathe, and we stand back up. We are going to tilt at the hips, bring our chest down, go as low as we can. Either you can bring your hands on the floor or hold them onto your legs if that's easier for you. You can prop yourself up a little bit. And from here, you are going to pull your chest forward and look up and tilt your hips up. So you want to go in a nice long stretch here, chest pointing or pushing down towards the floor, head neutral. Shoulder blades really here as well, contracting to push your chest down further. Hips back. And now we're going to drop on one side. Now we're going to hold this position. You're going to try and find your balance here. You want your foot flat on the floor, your hips as low as you can. If you're here, it's okay, then you're here at the moment. Eventually, with time, you will be able to go down lower. Your second foot here is flexed, and you're gonna hold. We're gonna push in that foot back up to stand back up. I'm gonna go down on the other side, exact same thing. Foot is flat, I am dropping down, flexing my foot, I drop the whole way down, and I hold nice and low, trying to contract everything here. Gonna push back up and go back down on the other side straight away, and hold. And every single time you want to drop down a little bit further, if you're not already at the bottom, we come back up and drop back down. From here, I'm gonna bring my hands next to my feet, or my front foot. I'm gonna rotate into a lunge. My chest is nice and neutral, so I'm not arching forward too much. I'm trying to stay tall. My back leg is nice and straight, and I am holding here. You can bring your knee down, and here, if you like, you can use 2 blocks. Just gonna grab my blocks, here you go. You can use 2 blocks and bring them next to your hips, just to help yourself a little bit, prop yourself up a little bit. And from here, I'm gonna tuck my toes under at the back. I want to stay nice and low over my hips. My body weight is straight over my hips, so I am not leaning forward. I'm also not trying to go back too much. I'm really nice and tall over my hips, and from here you can use your hands on the blocks to push your back knee straight and then come back down. It should feel like you're trying to push something away with your foot to the back. So you don't want to feel like you're coming up and down. That is not the idea. The idea is to keep your hips nice and low and simply extend the leg as much as you can and then bring your knee back down. And you're gonna repeat. You're gonna extend your leg at the back and come back. It's also okay if you're higher, if you're not as low. Let's say I am here, I'm still going to try and extend the leg at the back and come back down without propping my hips up. If, however, you're more advanced, you can also try without the blocks, hand on the knees, and extend and come back, extend and come back, or even without any help from your hands at all. So here you have to work a little bit on your balance. Okay, and the last one, we're gonna stay down now. I'm gonna grab my blocks again. And you're going to untuck your toes at the back and simply keep pushing your hips down, chest tall, dropping down. And we're gonna hold here, keep breathing. And we're gonna extend the front leg and flex the foot. You can bring your blocks down one level, just so you have a little bit more support. Please make sure that your toes are aligned with your knees and your hip. And now you can try and think like you want to bring your toes to your nose. So you're gonna lift your leg and bring it back down. You can round the upper back, not your lower back. Your lower back is nice and engaged on the abs level, but your upper back you can round and bring your foot up. We're gonna do a few of those. Keep breathing, nice long breaths. I'm gonna lift and lower, exactly. Okay, last one. I'm gonna relax. Now you want to come nice and tall again in your upper body, nice and upright, and you're going to try and bring your toes towards the floor. So you're going to point your foot, and then you're going to rotate your foot from one side to the other. So you're simply going to bring your toes down on one side and then to the other. Your hips can move, don't worry. This is to release a little bit the tension in your hamstring and try and really target all of your different muscles that are connected to your hamstrings as well. Okay, and then you're going to flex that foot again, push the hips back. So here it's really important that you untuck your hips, you push your hips back, your tailbone up to the back, point or flex your foot, and you're going to lower yourself towards that foot. Take your time here. If you're not fully warm as well, just take your time. Flex your foot and lower yourself and hold. If this is available for you, you can also grab your toes and pull your foot towards you. Keep pushing your knee down, so don't relax because of this. Try and really keep your leg nice and straight, and you're going to keep pulling. And you're going to relax. You're going to come back forward into our lunge. From here, you want to flex the leg, lift your back leg, and you are going to grab your foot from the inside with the same hand. You can flex your foot, and now I'm going to push it away from me. So I'm trying to rotate my foot away from me. I can hold onto the block or onto my knee, and then you are going to look away with your head. So you look to the opposite direction and you keep pushing your hips down. So it's really important that you keep pushing your hips down, you keep pushing your foot out away from you, and you hold for a little bit. And eventually you can relax. You are going to push yourself back up. You can put the blocks on the side, hands on the mat next to your foot or on both sides of your foot, and then you're going to bring your foot back into a high plank. From here, I'm going to push into a downward dog. We're going to hold this for a little while. You can walk your dog a few times if you wish. So you can simply walk your dog here. You're going to bring your left foot down onto the mat, right foot bends up. Keep pushing your chest towards your foot. Make sure your shoulders are towards your ears, so you push yourself up, push your chest down. From here, extending the leg that is on the floor. The top leg that is bent is going to do big circles. So I'm going to bring my knee up, rotate it open, and then bring it back down. And we're going to repeat that. And 2 more. Keep breathing. Think about everything. You want to push in your hands, shoulders to the ears, nice and straight leg. And now we're going to rotate the other way around. We open first, lift the knee and bring it back down. We're going to do 1 more. Okay, from here I'm going to extend the leg at the back. I am, however, holding it above the floor. Now I am going to lift the leg up as high as I can and then come forward, knee to nose. I am flexing my foot here to go back, lift my leg, point my foot, and bring knee to nose. We're going to repeat that. Flex, go up, point, and forward. I'm going to keep going. And last one, we're going to hold it at the top. And keep pushing your chest down, your foot up. And bring it back down into a downward dog. You can bring your knees down. And go in a child's pose just to relax a few seconds here. And you're going to come back up, push into a plank, and bring your right foot forward. And here we are going to hold for a little bit. Nice and long upper body. We are not rolling down. We keep our chest up. Knee at the back is extended. We're going to hold this for a little bit. And eventually you are going to bring your foot down, your knee down. You're going to untuck and either hold onto the block next to your hips or simply bring your hands on your hips or on your knee. But important is that you are not leaning forward or going down, but really staying nice and tall here over your hips. So we are holding this for a little bit. Nice and big breaths here. Don't forget to breathe. Take your time, breathe. Make sure that your foot is aligned with your knee and which is aligned with your hip. And here as well, foot is aligned with the knee and with the hip. You can really check and make sure it's all good. If this is okay for you, you are going to tuck your toes. And we are going to extend this back knee. So again, either you hold onto your blocks and you're going to extend and release, extend and release. Or you can hold onto your knee here and do the same. Or if you want, you can of course also take your hands away. And now you have to work a little bit more on your balance and keep going. And make sure you keep your core nice and engaged, your hips down, your chest up. You keep breathing. You extend that knee at the back without lifting your hips off the ground. Okay, and then we're going to release. I'm just going to hold it here for a little while again. Just to release the tension a little bit. And eventually you're going to lift that back knee, back foot, grab it with the same hand from the inside, flex your foot and push it away from you. So I'm pushing it towards my mirror and eventually you can look away with your head towards the other direction. This will just allow you to have a little bit of a stretch in your chest and shoulder, which is really nice. So keep pushing that foot away, keep pushing your hip down. You're looking away and eventually you're relaxing that leg and we're going to extend the front leg, making sure again everything is nice and aligned. I can bring my blocks back next to me. You can use your blocks and you are going to bring your foot towards your head lifting and bringing it back down, nice and controlled, nice and stable. And you can really push through your upper back to be able to extend your foot up or your leg up, to bring your leg up. But make sure you keep your abs nice and engaged. You keep breathing. Okay, and eventually you're going to relax. Point your foot and go from one side to the other. You really want to go as far as you can. Take your time. Move your hips with you. And eventually, you are going to flex that foot again. Lengthen through your back and drop down towards that foot. Making sure your spine is nice and long, extended. Chest forward. Good. Then you're going to come back, forward, put the blocks away. Hands will come to each side of the foot. We're going to tuck the toes under at the back, push in a lunge, in a high lunge, and bring that foot back. From here, we're going to extend in a downward dog and walk the dog a few times. Now you are going to bring your right foot onto the mat. Left foot comes up. Gonna bend up and making sure you push through your shoulders. Push your chest towards your foot. We're gonna do a few circles with our knee. So we're gonna start in one direction, big circle, and come back. Keep focusing on your hands, on your shoulders, on everything else that you're using here. Extending the bottom knee as well, and other way around. We're rotating the other way around now. Few rotations. Good. And from here we are going to extend that back leg nice and straight. We are bringing it up as high as we can, coming forward and bringing the knee to our nose. We flex the foot, we go back, we lift, we point, we bring it back forward, and we're doing this a few times. Keep breathing here. This is a little bit more strength involved, but it is a really nice stretching, active stretching here. I'm gonna go up and hold it for a little bit, and hold. Bring your foot down and go on all four. Go in your child's pose and just relax for a little bit. From here, we are going to go onto our backs. If you have an elastic band or a pair of leggings, grab it, you're gonna need it. We're gonna lie down on our backs. And you want your abs nice and engaged, so you can really make sure your abs are nice and engaged and strong here. You're gonna bring your upper body up a little bit, not too much. Your shoulder blades are still on the mat, but your shoulders are not anymore. Now you're gonna extend one leg down towards the floor and the other leg towards you. You're gonna grab it, and now we're gonna swap. Change and pull it a little bit towards you, and change, and change. So we're working a little bit on our abs here. At the same time, you're working on your lines, because you want to make sure your knees are nice and straight, your feet are pointed, sorry. And we're just changing legs here, one after the other, making sure everything is nice and controlled, pulling the leg down just a little, doesn't need to be too low. Okay, now we're gonna relax one leg down. We'll relax our head down. We're gonna interlock our hands behind our knee and just relax the top leg, but keeping the foot pointed. And we're gonna pull the knee into our chest. From here, I am going to make sure my foot is in line with my knee, which is in line with my hip. It's important that you're not wrong on the floor here. You want to be really nice and in line. Okay, from here, I am going to extend this top leg towards the ceiling. Then I'm going to flex it and bring it back down. And point. And extend. Flex. Bring it down. I'm going to do this a few times. You can do this in your own time. You don't have to go at the same rhythm than me. I'm going to keep doing this movement of extending, flexing, releasing, pointing. This is really what we're doing here. And again, remember to keep the bottom leg nice and in line, also extended. Okay, now you're going to grab onto your elastic band if you need it. Some people may not need it. If you're already quite flexible, you may not need it. But if you want it, you're going to wrap your ankle around it. You're going to bring your leg towards you. You can pull onto the band here, so the band is here to help you. And from here, you're going to flex your foot as much as you can and then point it. And then flex and point. And flex. And you're going to just change between those two movements. Make sure that when you flex your foot, you really flex it. You should really feel it at the back of your leg, in your calf. So make sure you really extend as much as you can, and then point and flex. If it's available for you, you can simply grab onto your leg and even pull it down if you want. This is really, wherever you are, is completely fine. Just do what's right for you. And maybe one day it's with a band and one day it's without a band. So it also isn't always displaying how flexible we really are. Okay, and then relax. Relax a little bit. We're going to use the same leg again. And what we are going to do is bring the leg up. Again, here with or without bands. I'm going to show you first with and then without. You are going to flex your foot. You're going to pull it towards you a little bit, not too much, but just enough that you feel a stretch and you feel like you're going a little bit further than what's easy for you, right? So just a little bit of an extra stretch here. Keep flexing your foot, so your foot is flexed, your knee is extended, you pull your foot down. Eventually you're going to let go and hold the foot where it is. So it's important that you keep holding your leg where it is. Engage your abs. Engage your quad, and you're going to try and bring your foot towards your head 20 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 more, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Grab back onto the band or your foot. So now I'm going to show you without the band. You can grab onto your foot or your ankle or your leg, wherever you are. You can also hold here, it's completely fine. Maybe just don't hold behind your knee because then you're prone to bend your leg. And you're gonna pull your leg down towards you. Make sure you keep extending that knee. So if it's available for you, use your second hand to push your knee straight. Best is if your left leg is up, that you grab your ankle with your right leg and you push your knee straight with your left leg. You don't want to push straight on your kneecap. You want to push just above it on your quad. So you're going to pull it towards you, pull your leg towards you, and flex your foot, hold it. Eventually you're going to let go and hold the leg where it is. And now we're going to do 15 kicks this time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold it without grabbing onto it. Just hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. And grab your leg and pull it towards you. You're going to keep flexing your foot, keep pushing your knee straight. Make sure this leg is nice and extended at the back again, nice and straight. Pull your foot down, push your knee straight, and keep pulling. You can see my leg is starting to shake, which is completely normal. And you're going to let go, hold. And then again, we're going to do 10 kicks this time, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold. And grab onto your foot or your band pull it down, and now you can point the foot. You don't have to keep it flexed, you can point it and pull it down as far as you can. If you want, you can even grab it from the other side and pull it down towards your shoulder, but making sure you're not rolling up or out. You want to stay straight and pull it down towards your head, yeah? And hold. And then relax. Okay, relax. Bring your feet up and rotate or drop your knees from one side to the other, just to release your lower back a little bit, because regardless, it's quite a bit of a workout here. And we're gonna do the other leg, okay? So if you want to use the band, you can, to keep it nice and close. If not, hands behind the knees, bend your leg. Other leg is extended at the bottom. You are going to point up, flex, bring your foot down. Point, up, flex, down. And you're gonna do this in your own time. Keep breathing, extend your knee fully. Flex your foot as much as you can. This is really important that you flex and then go down. Make sure you go really far with that flex. Okay, once we have done that, we are going to, if you want, grab the band, bring it onto your ankle, and if not, you will do it without the band, completely up to you. I'm gonna do it like this, it will be easier to hold. Okay, there you go. We are going to extend the leg, not too far, just as far as you can feel a nice stretch, but not that it's painful or anything of that sort. You're gonna go from point to flex, to point, to flex, and point. We're gonna continue this motion. So keep going in your own time. You don't need to go as fast or as slow as me. Just do it as feels good for you. But make sure that when you flex, you really flex as much as possible. And point and flex. Keep going here. This is a really good workout even if you're are struggling with straight knees on the pole, or if you're doing ballet or gymnastics or whatever, and you feel like you're having some struggles with, really keeping your knees straight or pointing your toes. This is also a great routine for that. So this can also help you with your lines all together. Okay, we are going to either hold on to the band, flex your foot, pull your leg down, keep holding onto the band. I'm gonna keep it for now, or if not, you can grab onto your leg straight away. You're gonna pull your foot down or your leg down, flex your foot, don't forget to flex this foot, very important here. And then we're gonna relax, release, and hold the leg where it is. And eventually we're gonna kick 10 times towards our head. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I said 10, but it's 20. So we continue. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we hold. We're gonna grab that leg. The first one is 20, then it's 15, then it's 10. I said it wrong. We're gonna bring that leg down. Keep flexing that foot. Keep extending that knee. Here again, if you have your right leg up, try and grab your ankle with your left hand, and your right arm is trying to help extend that leg by pushing onto the quad just above the knee to straighten it a little bit, and you're gonna keep pulling that leg down. And eventually we're gonna let go, hold, and then we're gonna do 15 kicks this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab onto the leg and pull it down further. One more time. We're gonna hold it for a little bit. Keep pulling your toes towards you, flexing that leg, pushing your knees straight if you can. And eventually we're gonna let go and hold. Hold, hold, hold. And then we're gonna 10 times this time. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold onto your foot, pull it down, flex still. Keep your bottom leg nice and straight, extended, toes pointed, and eventually you're gonna point and pull it down again. If you want, you can grab onto the outside of the leg Keep pulling that leg down onto your shoulder. Extend, 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 and relax. Again, we're gonna go onto our toes, onto our feet, and just drop our knees from one side to the other, releasing tension. And then we are going to sit back up. Now you have two choices. Either you use your mat and you bend it a few times to use it as a cushion. I personally don't like doing this with this mat because it's a cork mat, so it's not really this nice and fluffy feeling. So I'm gonna put my mat away, but you can either use the mat or a block under your knee, or if you have like one of those yoga knee pads. So this is what I'm going to use. I'm going to use my yoga knee pad. I'm going to put it on the floor. Now you want to go towards the wall and bring one foot against the wall. So I'm going to bring my left foot against the wall. No, I'm going to bring my right foot against the wall and put my right knee on top of my little yoga mat, knee pad. Now, you're going to come upright, grab onto your blocks for extra support, and bring your foot forward. Now you're going to drop into a low lunge. So you are going to push that foot into the mat and bring your hips down as far as you can. And you want to keep pushing with that foot in the mat. And you are going to hold here for a little bit. We're going to take a few minutes here to just, or a few seconds, we're not going to say minutes, but a little while here to just relax into it, give our hips some time to adapt and adjust. And eventually you are going to bring that foot forward and drop your hips lower. So you can use the blocks just, for extra support, for your balance, and so forth. Or if you don't need them, of course, you can simply put them away, hold here, hold on the floor, don't hold at all. Do as you wish. I personally like to have them just to help myself stay nice and squared with my hips. You don't want to rotate out or in or whatever, you want to stay nice and straight. And eventually, again, you're going to bring that foot forward and drop your hips. Make sure that, again, your foot is aligned with your knee, which is aligned with your hip. Same with that back leg. So make sure you're not, somewhere here, whatever. Make sure you keep bringing this foot in and push the wall with that foot. And then drop your hips down. The idea is to try and reach the floor with your hips. So I'm trying to bring my hips this far down until I reach the floor, even without having to straighten that front leg. Eventually, I am flexing my front foot. I am pointing the feet towards my forehead, okay, extending my leg, and now I'm gonna drop the rest down without leaning forward. I am staying nice and tall here. I'm holding onto the blocks, and I'm trying to drop into my full split. If you have your full split, you can point your toes here and hold for a little bit, and eventually you can bring your toes onto the floor, so you may have to come forward a little bit, and try and extend your knee. So this is making it a little bit harder for me, but I'm gonna come here so you can see maybe a little bit better. I am going on my toes at the back, and I'm going to try and extend my knee up, extend and keep my hips down. And you can extend and relax a few times. And eventually untuck your toes at the back. Do a nice, pretty split with your hips on the floor. Hips on the floor, nice and straight, tall. And you're gonna hold here for a little bit. If you want, you can lean forward, round your back, come back, reach back, lean back a little bit, and then come back forward. And go back. Okay, coming back to the middle. Move a little bit from one side to the other. Hands to the inside of your leg, and bring your leg back. And relax a little bit. If you don't have your split, it's completely okay. You don't have to go the whole way down, right? In that case, simply go as far as you can and just try and relax in the depth you have. It's completely okay if you're not on the floor. We're going to repeat on the other side. So bring, again, your knee onto something, so that it doesn't hurt your knee. Foot against the wall so you can push into the wall, so don't go too far away. Stay nice and close. I'm gonna grab my blocks again. There you go. And then go in a normal lunge. So simply dropping in a lunge. Not too far, not too close. Simply a nice lunge, comfortable lunge. Weight is above the hips. Stay nice and tall. And breathing, relaxing in our lunge here. Gonna take our time. And good. Eventually you're gonna bring your foot forward further and drop a little lower. And we're gonna hold again. And again, we're trying to relax in this position as much as we can. Really trying to release the tension we're holding on to. Keep pushing with that back foot in the wall. Keep making sure you're nice and straight. You can check, is my foot still in line with my knee and my hip, and at the front as well. And eventually bring that foot forward a little bit more and hold again. Try and relax. Try and bring your hips down towards the floor without extending that front leg for now. Simply try and really release your hips down and hold here for a little while longer. Nice and straight in your knee, in your foot. Everything is nice and straight. Upper body is upright, weight is above the hips. Relax, relax, relax. And eventually flex that front leg, extend your leg, keep your toes pointing towards your head and try and lower yourself nice and straight. Again, make sure it doesn't move left or right and extend until you are at the bottom and your hips are on the floor. If this is the case, you are holding here for a little bit and eventually you are going to try and tuck your toes under on the floor and extend the back leg. Extend and relax. Extend and relax. Extend, relax. Just a few times. Just doing this motion a few times. Keeping the hips on the floor. So you don't want to lift your hips if you're on the floor. If not, it's completely okay. Even if you're here, try and extend and relax. Extend, relax. Even if you're up here, yeah? Extend, relax. Same thing, right? So here, eventually, you can untuck your toes at the back, extend your foot at the front as well, and hold for a little bit. You can move a little bit side to side. Try and hold your balance. See if you have your balance here. This will also help you figure out if you're squared or not, because if you fall, you know you're not squared. From here, you're going to go forward and back a few waves here. And relax again. Stay here a little bit more. Nice and straight, nice and tall. And bring your hands to the inside of the knee. And rotate back. Bring your foot back. Sit down and massage your hips a little bit. You are done. You've done your splits on both sides. You've done a really good routine for your split. Relax a little bit here. Just massage your legs. If you want, just lean forward, forehead to your knee, and just relax for just a few seconds. And eventually stand up and you are done. Well done. I'm very proud of you. You can do this routine 2-3 times a week. It's not a problem, but make sure you listen to your body. Don't push too much. Just go as far as is okay for you. Take your time. Don't try and push really far into your splits. It's better to take your time and do it properly than injure yourself and then having to stop for a longer time. So please take care of your body. Thank you for stretching with me. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment, like if you did. Subscribe because I am posting videos very regularly, so you are going to benefit from that. And I hope to see you very, very soon. Happy stretching, guys, and see you soon.